My name is Neil Parr. I live in Fenton, Michigan, which is about 20 minutes south of Flint. I live here with my wife and my roommate. I am currently a student at Wayne State University, pursuing my MLIS degree. Previously, I had completed my bachelor's in education at Baker College this summer, actually. I finished my internship. I did my work experience or internship over at the Castle in Saginaw, which is a Saginaw County Historical Museum. They have some really cool exhibits. If you ever get a chance to head out there, please do so. It's really neat. It's cool. It's fascinating. And it's a great stop if you're in the area. I first started pursuing a job in the education field when I started going for my bachelor's. So what happened with that was that I always knew that I wanted to work in education. I just wasn't really sure where in education I wanted to work. Well, I went to Baker to pursue a degree in secondary education. It didn't really pan out the way it was supposed to. Surprise, but it happens. I ended up finishing up that degree, and when I started doing my internship, or more accurately, before I started doing my internship, I was thinking about different fields that I could go into that were related, if not directly, then loosely. Well, I applied to a couple different places, but one caught my eye, which was the Castle. And I found out after I started working there, I really love this. I enjoy what I do. Which, if I could elaborate on what I actually did there, I worked in their archives, working with objects that they had in their storage buildings that haven't really been processed yet in cataloging, that they needed cataloged. They needed accessioned so we could actually keep track of the items. So a lot of my time was spent doing that. I also did a bit of field research on a couple objects that came through when they needed it. But I enjoyed the work, and I loved doing it. It was a blast from the point in which I went in there to now even. I'm still going there every now and then whenever I get some free time, and I'm helping them out with their archives. I learned how to use the Past Perfect system there, which isn't as complicated as it first seemed, but it can seem daunting. What's the next question? About why I want to go towards my MLIS. I decided when I was there, I talked a lot with other volunteers and people that had been at the castle for a very long time. They told me in their field what they had done, that this was the best possible move. I did some research and I ended up agreeing with them. And I applied and I got in. Well, last question. Something that I'm doing right now, a book. I know you mentioned games or whatnot. Currently, I have a few things that I have on the current interests. Been reading a book. Let's see if I can show you here. I know it's flipped for you, but it's The Last Wish. It's by Andrzej Sapkowski. It's He's a Polish author. He came up with the Witcher franchise, which has a huge video game following, but it was also a novel first before it was a video game. So I started getting into the novels, started reading those. I also run tabletop games. Surprise, profiling, whatnot. But, anyways, other than that, I think that's it. Oh, well, I guess if I have another minute or so, tabletop. So, Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, no, don't do that. I play Shadowrun, which is, I don't know if you'd call it more complicated, but it's a dice system still, but a little bit different. You use six-sided dice instead of 20, 100, what have you, but it's strictly six-sided. It's a pretty cool system, and I write campaigns for a group that we run, and this probably isn't even going to make it into the cut, so it doesn't matter. Um, let's see here. I think that's it. All right. Well, I'm signing out. Bye bye.